everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Heike and you're watching Stone Cold Coffee Crafts. My little furry assistant Lola, the ragdoll cat, is right over there. I'm sure she will make herself known in a moment. But yeah, welcome back to my channel. It's been quite a while, and this is going to be my first video in nearly a year, I think. My apologies, just when I hit record, my filming light died, so if this lighting is atrocious, that's why. I hope it's not going to be so bad. Right now on my screen it looks okay-ish, but it might also mean that the quality of the video isn't as high as you're used to from me. There are multiple issues going on right now with all my equipment. Apparently in a year I have completely forgotten how to do this. Anyway, I'm trying to come back. I don't know how successful I'm going to be. There's been a lot going on with me. If you have followed me over on Twitch, you have heard some of it, not all of it. But it's been a rough year, and I've pretty much taken the whole year off of everything and tried to fix what is going on. So far not super successful, but I'm still trying to claw my way back, and I decided I wanted to come back to YouTube. That's a whisker. That's a Lola whisker. Cat, you're shedding whiskers. I thought I would try to come back, and I decided to start over with a new craft that I, on a whim, decided to start, I think, a couple of weeks ago now. This took about a week-ish to arrive for me, and I've had it since Saturday, I think. Today is Tuesday, November 8th, and yeah. So what is this? It is very obviously a Christmas stocking. And if you've been with me for a while, you're thinking, wait, this looks like you have to sew for this. And haven't you told me in the past that you can't sew worth anything? And yes, I have. Yes, it's still true. Me and my sewing machine, we're still mortal enemies, but this is felt applique, which is still sewing, but it is hand sewing. And at least hand sewing is something that I can do. I think I'm the type of person, if I have to rely on any type of machine, we are doomed. But with hand sewing, this should be doable for me. Hey, hi, missus. So as you can see, Lola is still with me. She is still always up in anything I do. So today is no different. But honey bunch, I can't show the people if you are going to do this and be where you are right now. I know. So to all of you who have missed her, she's still around. She is still a cranky old lady, and she gets into everything. So anyway, I saw this on Casa Senina. Casa Senina is one of my favorite cross-stitch suppliers. They are located in Italy, which for me in the EU is actually kind of helpful because of the whole VAT and customs BS we have to go through here. So a shop in Italy, always a welcome difference. And they shoved this into my face recently on Halloween. And I was intrigued, so I looked up a few YouTube videos. There aren't many creators who do this on YouTube, but what I've seen so far intrigued me even more, and I wanted to give it a try. So I checked out Amazon because Casa Senina, as much as I love them, they are also super expensive, and they did not have anything as far as stockings. Oh, Lola. She is used to live streaming now, and that she can just blonk down in my arm, so that this is what you get now. I'm sorry about that. And they didn't have anything that I really wanted as far as stockings went. They had other things that I found really cute, but I wanted to start with a stocking. So I went to Amazon and I found this little kit. It is called the Perfect Gift Felt Stocking. And as you can see, obviously kitties, because kitties are everything in my life, aren't they? Yeah, especially you. Yeah, you are super special. So special. I'm so happy right now. So these kits are sold by a company called Plaid. They are from the US. You can probably see it more or less down here. Plaidonline.com, Bucilla, the brand under which they... I'm sorry, I'm coming off a cold. So I'm still a bit croaky and coffee and all that fun stuff. If you see yellow squares that try to focus on something, again, my apologies. Everything is just not working as it's supposed to right now, and I'm very annoyed by this. But I wanted to record this video because I want to start this kit tomorrow on stream. So I have to have this unboxing somehow filmed. Not sure how, because hi cat. But we shall do this. This is still chaos, and my brain is a squirrel, so everything is fine. Everything is fine. So they sell these under the brand Bucilla. I've never heard of them before. I think that they release mostly Christmas themed stuff all year long, but they also have a few Halloween themed kits, a few Easter themed kits. I think I saw a couple of baby themed kits as well. Their main bread and butter is Christmas. Of course, I went for the cats. So this is what I got. These kits come with nearly everything you need to make them. So far, the only thing I've seen that you have to purchase separately is polyfiber fill, because parts of these are stuffed. So the stuffing is not included. And sometimes the kits call for pipe cleaners, like these little chenille sticks that you can craft with. They are used if you have longer things on the stockings to stuff the stockings. And you can, for example, stuff the little candy canes with them too. It's a little bit easier than the polyfiber fill. But everything else is included. So the felt is included, of course, is pre-printed. The threads are included, the sequins are included, the beads are included. Something else on this kit, no, on this not, but sometimes there are also pearls in the kit and special shape sequins. This is is a pretty basic kit, but I wanted to start out with something that is not too elaborate. Some of these kits can get really detailed and really elaborate. So, Mrs., we either need to take a break now from filming, or you need to get up and let me open this. Yeah, she's like, no, Mom, I'm not getting up at all. So I'm going to end this clip, I guess, give her a little bit of attention, and then I will try to film the rest of this. You will not know, because it will be like this. Okay, fought the missus off for now. I don't know how long it's going to hold. I have no idea where I stopped. I don't dare to listen back because I'm afraid that she will be back any moment. She's looking at me like she will be. So I guess let's have a quick look into what comes with the kit. So this is how you will receive it. It's a big stack of felt in multiple colors. There's this tiny package here that contains your thread, your sequins and beads, and there's also your needles in here. So you get 2 needles with the kit. One is the applique needle, and one is the beading needle. So, once again, apologizing for the bad lighting. This is where my filming light would have come in handy. So you get these 2 needles. This one here is thicker, and that is the applique needle. And this, yep, drop it all. This one here is much thinner. You will see that right away, and that is the beading needle, because this needle is supposed to go through the beads and the applique needle usually can't. It's too thick for that. The thread in these kits, as far as I know, is DMC cross stitch thread. It looks like it. It comes in this, oops, yep, still dropping things. It comes in this little bundle. It feels kinda like DMC. It's not quite as soft. So maybe it's the Chinese version, I don't know. I've never had that. And the instructions will tell you which colors these are. They will give you, if I have seen it correctly on the videos, I've not looked into this, so this is my first glance, same as you. The kit will state the DMC numbers. So in case you run out, which shouldn't happen but can, you know which colors to purchase. And these threads are used to sew the whole thing together and also put the sequins on and stitch on the multiple parts of the stocking. For this kit we actually have 5 different colors of sequins. Still dropping stuff all over the place. We have the blue, we have green, gold, white, and red. And we have 2 different type of beads. I've seen this in the videos. What Bucilla usually does, you attach a sequin with a bead on top. That's how you usually attach sequins on cross stitch 2. And they give you red for the red beads, but for all the other beads they give you the clear beads. Heads up, I will change up my kit a little bit. I am a bead weaver. I own a ton of seed beads, so I'm going to see if I can't find prettier beads, because these are very basic. They are fine. There's nothing wrong with them, but they are super basic, and I have all this stash, so why not use it? But you do not need to get different beads if you get one of these kits. Absolutely no need to. The clear beads will look good on all the other sequins, and the red are for the red sequins. Just don't ask me why they give you colored beads for the red but not for the others. I have no idea. I think if you have black sequins they also give you black beads. I've seen that in Halloween kits, but I don't have one of those yet, so we'll have to wait and see. So this is all the little decoration, and if you're like me and you have a huge stash from different crafts like beading, or I have a ton of sequins from card making left over, you can change this out. And if you don't but want to, you can just go to pretty much any craft store. These are just regular 6mm sequins. This is the most common size of sequins, and they are cupped. So there are 2 types of sequins out there, cupped and flat. And I don't know if the camera will pick this up in this atrocious light, but I think you can see it. Cupped just means that they are not completely even. They are like a little bit faceted and shaped into a slight cup shape that gives them a little more sparkle. Can I get maybe my desk lamp will help a little bit, I don't know. But maybe you can see it a little bit better like this. Oh geez, what a day. I thought let's record a video, and the first thing that happens is my light breaking. It fell over a while ago, and I think that all the little clamps that hold the ring light bulb in the thingamajig has broken off. And now it's given up, so I need to get a new ring. Well, I shall do so. So these little felt things come printed. Usually for Bucilla it's black and white print, depending on which color of felt we are speaking of. And these little markings have different meanings. We will look at that on the instruction sheet. Basically, I know that these little dots mean put on a sequin and a bead. And I think the straight line is just put in a straight stitch. But you have to check. They are all numbered, and for every number you will have an instruction on the sheet. So if you ever do one of those, follow those closely. Though, another FYI, I think I might do a few things a little bit differently than the people I've seen work on these kits so far, because sometimes I'm just looking at them and thinking, are you just working harder instead of smarter right now? So I will experiment a little bit. I might fail, I don't know. This is my first kit, so we will learn together. But there are some things where I thought, this has to be not the best way to do it. Please tell me it's not. So this is our base piece, I think. No, it is not. Our base piece is blue. But this is our big Christmas tree. And this is one of the first pieces we are going to work with, because this has the number 2. So basically the numbers tell you the order in which you are supposed to work on the part. And sometimes these numbers repeat. Like you can see the 3 here. Oh, stupid yellow box, I hate you. These repeat, so that means it's the same part. For example, in this case, part number 3 is this. And if you have multiple of those, they are... What are you? A piece of dirt. It means they are on here multiple times. It's all pretty easy and self-explanatory, I think, if you just have a look at the instructions. Then we have our little kitty, and I already know that for these faces I will have to do satin stitch, and that is one of the reasons why I thought I might do it a little differently than other people I've seen. Because satin stitch done in hand is, in my opinion, very hard to do, so I will break out the cross stitch tools here. And if you don't have those, that's okay, you can do it without. I just think that it's easier if you, for example, use a scroll frame for some of these parts. So this is the present. This looks all so much bigger than I imagined. I am pleasantly surprised, because I thought this would be very fiddly, and it will be, but it's not as fiddly as I thought it would be. So yeah, these are all the little pieces. We have the gray kitty. This is a very bright yellow. And this is our base piece. This is the extremely bright blue stocking here. This is a nice thick felt. They are very different, the pieces. Some are thinner, some are thicker. This white is extremely thick. So this is the back of the stocking, and I will get some more felt to do a lining for this part here, because on the back of the blue you will see a lot of knots and stitching and stuff like that, and just to make it nice and clean, I put another piece that is cut to the shape of the stocking as a lining to cover that all up. But that is not included in the kit. That is not a step they ask you to do. So if you want to do that, you have to purchase some extra felt. And the easiest probably is always to get white, because white felt is very easy to get. So I will do that. These are all the parts. And I think you can see what I mean why pipe cleaner would work to stuff these, because you cut them out. This is a fold line. Hi. Yes, I've missed you for the last 5 minutes or so. Well, actually it's been 10, but we are not going to tell her. And then you are supposed to sew them closed and stuff them, and that is not the easiest thing to do for something that is shaped like this and this small. So you can instead just put a little piece of pipe cleaner in there, which has a wire core and will keep the shape and also not fluff everywhere. So I have some pipe cleaner on the way. It is supposed to be delivered tomorrow, so we shall see how that works out. It's not one of the first steps, so Kitty, I love you, but you are so much in the way. So, and then you have the instructions. For this kit, the key is on the back side. Sometimes it's an extra sheet, sometimes it's on the back side. For this kit, it's the back side, and it explains what type of stitches are supposed to be done in which color, with how many threads, when you see certain symbols. So this kit includes applique, straight stitch, outline stitch, running stitch, satin stitch. You're supposed to make cording, you're supposed to do French knots, and you're supposed to add sequins and beads. And how these stitches are supposed to be done is shown on this side here. So basically, the applique stitch is your basic attach something. It's basically a whip stitch. You have the straight stitch, which is back stitch pretty much. And the outline stitch is this diagonal thing. I don't know if there's a different name for that one. I know it looks a lot like a stem stitch, but it is not a stem stitch, I think. Running stitch, I think, is the typical hand sewing stitch we all know, and satin stitch is the one that people seem to have the biggest issue with. I have never tried it, but I imagine if you're not trying to do it in hand, you know, well, if you don't have to hold it, and at the same time trying to do even straight stitches, I imagine that would be easier. So I'm going to try and do all the pieces that have satin stitch on them with a cross stitch scroll frame, and just have both hands free and have an even tension on the felt. I'm not going to tension the felt super high, but I am going to give it an even tension. So that should hopefully help. I'm also not sure, are these... No, in my kit the candy canes are appliqued, because sometimes the candy canes have the red straight stitch, but in my case I have red felt, so that's at least something. I think I only have straight stitch in the faces. That should be fine. The one thing I have seen, and I already know that my inner perfectionist will have issues with, is the stamping, and that the thread doesn't always cover it up completely. Videos I've watched, the people have said that you can scratch the stamp off, so I hope that won't be too hard and won't damage the felt. But especially on white, if there's black lines coming through, I know it's going to drive me nuts. It's not the end of the world, but it's just how I work. And I do not like something like that if I work on things. So that might be interesting. And then you have this instruction sheet here that explains in general what you're supposed to do with your pieces, and then it goes into the step-by-step instruction for your particular kit. And it is recommended that you follow these as they are laid out, because they are stacking on each other sometimes, and yeah, it makes sense. Just some things don't make sense to me, like I said, and I'm going to see if how I imagine doing it is actually going to work better, or if I will be schooled, which is both possible. Yuck. And on the back side you have, once again, your kit, and you have the basically the overview of the parts and which goes where, and some more little diagrams and stuff. So this is just an 80% size, so this is not exactly the same size as your stocking will be. That will be a bit bigger. And on this page, for example, they use the different patterns, like the eye of this kitty. It is, I don't think you can really see, it's these tiny dots. I think you can see that. It's the tiny dots, and the tiny dots tell me I have to, they are here, I have to use 2 strands of the light green. By the way, the light green is, for example, DMC 702, so it does tell you the DMC numbers. That last column here tells you how many threads are supposed to be in that bundle of threads. that they've given you. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to sort out my threads onto my thread keep, and I am going to check my bead stash, and I'm going to add in some beads to just add a little bit of variety. And I don't know, maybe I might even see if I can switch out sequins, because I also own a crap ton of sequins, and I probably have prettier ones than just the basic ones. But like I said, that is not something you have to do. That is just something I want to do because I have all this stash and I haven't been using it in quite a while, so this is a chance. I am going to start working on this kit tomorrow on Twitch. Okay, I guess I gave myself the task to edit this right away and upload it to YouTube today to give you a chance to be on Twitch tomorrow. But that being said, my plan for this is to show you the whole process of working on this. So if you do not want to be on Twitch, I am going to edit the VOD down, probably in some kind of so with me video sped up and with me talking over it. I'm not going to re-upload the whole stream to YouTube. This is usually a 5-hour thing because I stream for way too long when I do. But the interaction is actually fun, so if you would like to interact with me, please come over there and join in. It's easy, we are all nice there, and it is honestly easier on the brain than than editing right now. I'm looking at my recording time, and I know that I already have to edit like 26 minutes of video, and my brain is going, "Wah!" Yeah. So this is going to be fun. I know this was completely chaotic, but hey, it looks like I might be back. If you see this, I might be back. If you don't, you will never know. Wow, logic. Anyway, I hope you're interested in this. I hope you are a little bit excited about that, because I'm super excited. I have plans. Other than that, I am going to film a floss tube next. I have no idea when I will have my next diamond painting content, because right now I am not doing a whole lot of diamond painting. I'm not buying any diamond painting. I have so much stash. I just know. I still have a few kits that I bought last year that I haven't unboxed yet. So if there are going to be any unboxings, they are going to be for kits that I bought a year ago or longer ago. I have a diamond shop order over there that is still not opened from January. So the order shipped in January. I think I ordered it in December, end of November. I don't remember. But yeah, it's still in the packaging it came in over there. It's November. Yeah. So Kitty has gone to sleep. I am going to edit this right away and not curse myself. And then I'm going to kit this up, and maybe I will see you tomorrow. That would be fun. All right. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week. I'll do my best to be back sometime this week. I do not know. Maybe next week. Love you all. And yeah,